Good evening, friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of Local Beats. I'm Tatiana.
And I'm Dane. We're here tonight to bring you a jam-packed show with an interview and a performance from the Beeves.
A tinier desk performance from Zavely.
And an in-depth look at music genre.
Plus, a close look at a DIY local music project with a special guest.
Yeah, our theme this month was bringing things together and fusing things.
Yeah, we looked at different music projects, different genres, and came to the conclusion that it all comes together.
It really does. Let's jump right into it. Last week, we went to the plaza to figure out some songs that you like that don't fit into the rest of your playlist.
Hi, I'm Dane Aragon. This is Beats on the Street. Today we're asking you, what's a song that you like that may surprise you? So a good song I really like is Blue by John Bellion. I'm not a huge fan of like pop music, but it kind of caught me off guard and just really liked it the first time I heard it.
Black Smoke Rising by Greta Van Fleet.
Kind of like Led Zeppelin.
A little bit, yeah, they're really cool. It's like an old sound, but like a new band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my Led Zeppelin shirt.
Recently, actually one of my kids got connected to this group called Capital Kings. I'm way too fresh, yeah, I'm killing them. Never gonna stop, man, A couple nights ago we had a late night dance party because one of them showed me this song called Live for the Drop. And when the beat drops, we all go, it's legit.
So let's get it now.
Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. I don't listen to a lot of rock, and so it was kind of surprising, but after having read the backstory...
It was about deodorant, right?
Yeah, so the story went, there was like a reporter who was reporting on Kurt Cobain, and so she was following him and Nirvana around for a while, and she reported in her article that Kurt Cobain smells like Teen Spirit, you know, and he took it as like, you know, he's a lively dude, stuff like that. But really, it was the deodorant of his girlfriend at the time, and so I thought that was really funny.
Probably like some classical music, like I really like the song Clair de Lune.
Right Round Baby is a great song. That's just like a bop all around. It slaps.
Well, today, most recently, I have been listening to the Beastie Boys, and specifically Fight for Your Right. You gotta fight for your right.
Woo! We always have a good time going out to the plaza and asking you what you listen to. It's always a fun time because people have better taste than you always expect.
Yeah, they really throw some curveballs, and those curveballs turn into wonderful playlist additions.
Earlier this week, the Beeves came in to share some of their new songs and hung out for snacks and an interview. Stick around, Beeves come on after the break.
Listen, I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you judge me for having a problem. No one is going to know that I need help. I need help. I know that no one is going to judge me for having a problem. I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you listen.
All right, this one's called 525. People getting quite afraid. With my eyes on the sky, reached for my cool 45, raised it to my head to meet my demise. Shook out hands into my surprise. Oh, he was a lady. Oh.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
You have some pretty exciting news for us, don't you?
Yes, we do. We're releasing an album on May 17th at the Fox Theater in Boulder with our friends Nate Cook of the Yoppers and Augustus, and our friends Meeting House as well.
And then we also have a single that's being released on the 16th of March, so in a few days coming up. Okay, there's also another thing.
And then we have another single, about 2 weeks? 2 weeks after the
April
first single.
2nd.
April 2nd.
Yeah, and we played them here tonight for you guys, so
We did.
maybe you get a little taste.
If you didn't know, the Beeves started off by busking in Pearl Street. What does it mean for you all to be playing at the Fox?
So, well, for us, we've been going to the Fox Theater since we were just little tiny tots.
We learned.
So it's kind of it's like a full circle thing. That's what we were saying.
Yeah, and we kind of used to think that like if we would play on Pearl Street enough, somebody from the Fox would kind of walk down.
That
and
did
see
happen.
us.
One time we got hired to play Disney World.
Oh yeah.
Or Disneyland to be a band at Disneyland, like a pirate band.
Yeah.
But we were like.
Is that the inspiration of your song Disneyland?
No.
But he said there was one exception to us doing that. We had to change our name.
Oh yeah. We had to change our name to
He's like, imagine it up on the billboards at Disneyland.
And why'd you turn down that opportunity?
Because he was homeless. Because he was homeless.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
Who inspires you that would surprise us?
Velvet Underground.
Oh yeah.
Does it have to be?
Velvet Underground, yeah, that's pretty different than your style.
You want a trash can, buddy? Drake and Josh.
Oh my God, that's so embarrassing.
Cowboys. And Indians.
Cow women too.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. Really appreciate it.
Thank
Such
you.
a professional band, really lovely. So thank you so much, and that show's coming up for you. So good luck.
Sheet up below, sheet up below, sheet up below, sheet up below.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
Keep an eye out on our YouTube channel and for the Beeves' full studio performance. It'll be out later this week.
Yesterday, Tati and I went to the KCSU offices to talk about genre fusing, because frankly, their offices are way cooler than ours.
What up, music fans? Today, let's break down some of our favorite music genres, throw them together, and see what happens. For instance, what if you took heavy screams and heavy guitars that you find in punk music and smashed them together with hypnotizing hooks and soulful vocals of R&B?
Sometimes
What would you get?
some people get me wrong when it's something I've said or done. Shit, in my eyes they wonder.
The result is something you'd find in the genre of post-hardcore. The example I used was Dance Gavin Dance's 2011 song titled Blue Dream. Why would bands want to fuse such different types of music into one? What I've learned is music can get boring if it's forced to sound a certain way. Musicians may have inspirations from genres outside of their own, and may want to incorporate some of those different musical elements into their own music. And there's something magical when two genres meet, or sometimes something bad happens. Or maybe just a little more obscure for you average listeners. Take the genre folktronica. Combines elements of folk music and electronic music. Pretty neat, right? Or let's look at the foundation of rock and roll, pulling from American genres like blues, gospel, and country.
Some at the window, some at the door, some trying, brother, Nola, can you take on more?
Rock and roll was formed through a trifecta of music genres, catalysted into the mainstream by artists like Chuck Berry and Elvis Presley. then later ripped off, adapted, to artists from the UK, like the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, and the Rolling Stones. What can we take from this? It's easy for us consumers to put labels on bands based on what their sound is. But the awesome thing about music is it's fluid. It's constantly changing. Trends are going to rise and trends are going to fall. But at the end of the day, we get an awesome archive of music that we get to look back to, look how it's developed, and just enjoy some sweet tunes. I want to leave you with one thing. Emo rap is real. Some of you may love this hybridization of genre. Some of you may hate it. The important thing is you feel something. Music will never be stagnant.
So we found a lot of weird genres in this research. I gotta say my favorite is folktronica. I know it makes me kind of a typical Fort Collinser, but I love me some LCD Sound System.
You know, I love baby metal. I love everything about it. I love the high-pitched, schoolgirls, and then the heavy music.
There's something enticing about it, undeniable. If you've seen Tiny Desk by NPR, then get ready for Tinier Desk with Zably.
Baby girl, I have been waiting for you. Everything you say, everything you do, everything you touch, everything you love. But me, no, 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 no. Baby girl, every time I try to think you're home, I just don't know what to do. Everything you touch, everything you love, just don't exist. Baby girl, you ain't real, but I'ma come through. Give my whole world just to see you. Everybody says you're someone to trust. No, baby girl, I've been waiting for you. Everything you say, everything you do, everything you touch, everything you love. But me, girl, I've been waiting for you. Everything you say, everything you do, everything you touch, everything you love. But me,
I think that was really good. I just think we could get into legal trouble with the whole Tiny Desk thing.
Yeah,
I think we need a tinier desk.
Are you serious?
I think we need a tinier desk.
Yeah, I see.
All
I think
right.
we need less space.
It's too much space in
Too
here.
much space. Let's go. Welcome, everyone. I am Zably. Name change potentially coming soon. And this is Dark Boy. Sometimes I think I might be fine, but is this a waste of time? I fear that I lose my mind. Let me know if it's asinine.
So listen, little dog boy, don't hold in your heart, boy. Every day's a fight for you, but you should not depart, boy. Once I thought I lost myself, I couldn't find my spark, boy. At times I wake up and so can't feel much of my own heart, boy. Listen, little dog boy, don't hold in your heart, boy. Every day's a fight for you, but you should not depart, boy. Once I thought I lost myself, I couldn't find my spark, boy. At times I wake up and so can't feel much of my own heart, boy. And I'm like, where do I go from here? I cannot fight these fears. I just be holding back all of these tears. Oh, I might lose my mind. Witness the wick as it fades into snow. All of this white might drown you, don't you know? I try not to give a anymore, but only I know, yes, only I know. Oh, can you remind me why it is my heart beats? I fall into hiding. These monsters are inside me. Witness the wick as it fades into snow. All of this white might drown you, don't you know? I try not to give a anymore, but only I know, yes, only I know.
Watch out for an extended cut of Zavely's Tinier Desk later this week. Zavely will be playing at KCSU's Get Launched DIY concert this Friday at Launched Skate Park's concert. Stay tuned for an in-depth look at local music video series after the break.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
None of this can go on public television!
But it's so good.
Artists, videographers, musicians, and other creatives are gathering together in an overheated basement to showcase local music. The DIY video series, Band in My Basement, is the brainchild of CSU student Joe Diaz. Dane and I had to stop by and check it out. What's your official title in this project?
I'm essentially the creative director, and basically I took care of the logo. I'm going to take care of little animations at the intro and during the credits, and then I'm going to have my own segment where we interview the band about like a weird concert experience and have like a little animation to go with that as well.
You're a local artist, and so what does this kind of thing mean for you? What does local music, collaborating with local artists, collaborating with local business, like what does this project kind of signify for you?
Well, this is something that I've always really wanted to do. I've always wanted to kind of work for Cartoon Network, was like my dream, and it just kind of feels like the universe is like giving us like a little cookie. It's like, time for your cookie, babe.
It's like when we're getting flanked from the left or right side, I provide the fire support that prevents the enemy from moving forward.
And you do some sound too, right?
Oh, I do mix the sound, but that is so much lamer. I don't like talking about that.
What does this project mean to you?
It's just a cool collaboration. We get to like work with sort of like the same people that I worked with in college, and I don't know, putting together something like a higher production like this, I think is pretty fun, and hopefully we get to make this into something a little bigger.
What does local music mean?
It means a lot of bad artists just taking up everyone's time. But you know, it's a good time.
Okay.
Here in the studio, we have my good friend, old Dirty Joe.
Please, that's only for family.
Only my mother calls
Only my mom calls me Dirty Joe.
Dirty Joe, your laundry's done.
Oh, man. Takes me back.
We have him in studio to talk a little bit about that project that he started. It came out of your beautiful brain, and I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, dude. Yeah. No, it's been fun. We've like you saw in the video, we got a lot of really good people working on it. A lot of people who are pretty dedicated and pretty, you know, just really into local music and trying to push like a scene in Fort Collins forward a little bit and do what we can. So.
Yeah. When can we expect to see some of this stuff come out?
So the first video we're going to do is with the Beeves, and that'll be out on the 19th of this month. You can just check it out on YouTube at Band in My Basement. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's pretty exciting.
Some would say. Vaughn wouldn't, I don't know, based off of that. But.
I liked his answer the best. That was pretty good.
That's pretty good. What a trip.
So what other kind of local music projects have you been on?
So I've done, you know, promoting several other shows up in the area. I'm going to work with a couple of new people trying to start up some new projects up here with some DIY spots, trying to find some areas to throw more good shows. But, you know, I've been involved with that kind of stuff, involved with planning festivals and events a lot. That's kind of where I mainly stuck to. But
right.
Now I'm trying to do this because it's cheaper.
And everyone can help you do
and
it.
Everyone can help me do it. All the good people come by.
Right.
Yeah, I think there's really something to the DIY of everyone coming together, and maybe it's a small part, maybe it's a big part, but just seeing that collaborative work is really cool.
Yeah, y'all had a good time coming by, checking it out.
It was fun.
Hanging
It was
out
warm
in my basement.
down there, but it was fun.
No AC. It's an old house. It's from like the 30s, I think, so it's hot.
Right, right. But it was cute. Your friend Wednesday said, kind of quietly before you started shooting, like, I didn't know we'd all make a baby together, which was cute because there's an element of truth to it, like everyone's coming together.
It's good to have someone with her energy on as creative director. Yeah.
That's a pretty sweet title.
Yeah, I just felt no one deserved it more than her, and so I wanted to really get that to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah.
You saw the work she does. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're looking at maybe creating some kind of like festival eventually?
Yeah, eventually. Been planning it for a while. Details are kind of sparse right now, but you know, we got a whole plan set up. We got a location in the area. Trying to keep it in northern Colorado. Move something up this way, but talked to a lot of good people on it. A lot of people who know the music scene in this area, and hopefully we can do something cool here in the next year or so on that.
Do you think northern Colorado has a good music scene?
No. To be honest, no. But I think it's on its way.
It's growing.
I think it's moving in the right direction.
Right.
But in its current form, no.
So you're at the right place
I'm in the right place
time.
at the right time, and I don't want to leave.
Well, thanks so much for coming. I feel like we were in the right place at the right time too, just to be able to come hang out with you. So, where can we find you on social?
You can find me at Joe Diaz 1212. And then you can find the social media for this project, the Band in My Basement project. It'll all be done through Gaze Productions on Instagram and Facebook, same thing. So follow it on there.
Awesome. If you're interested, you can stay tuned later this month when Band in My Basement drops on YouTube. Thanks to Joe for coming. And stay tuned for next week's episode of Ram Life Entertainment. Same time, same place. Good night, friends.
Yeah, feed him more.
Thank you.
Oh my God.